Sam lost track of time a long time ago. It's easy to do on a starship. No reference points locked in the sky, and only the natural rhythm of sleep, eat, work, and relaxation caused him to listen more closely to his own body and be focused at the task at hand. Sam's task was the same as all his waking work hours. He maintained the shuttlecraft in Shuttle Bay. He awoke, put in his earphones, and donned his protective suit for work in the airlock. He danced down the hallway, the protective helmet socially separating him from everyone else busily going to and fro down the corridor. Once secure in the bay, he got to work. Special cleaning fluids had to be used in the vacuum. He poured some on a cloth and began cleaning the windows of his favorite shuttle, the Bethany. After the shuttle was cleaned and inspected, he set to polishing the floor. After it was shined, he walked over to the hangar controls. His list marked it as the day to test the hangar door mechanisms. He flicked the controls to sound the hangar bay alarm and opened the door. As it opened, a bright cascade of colored light poured into the hangar. Sam's jaw dropped. He looked down at the chart marking days and tasks assigned. Shit! 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 Sam pinged his communicator on the side of his helmet. Come in, Bridge, come in. Orbit, the ship AI responded. Hello, Sam, how can I be of assistance? Hey, Orbit, I forgot it's Tuesday. Are we conducting the engine test right now? The test is already over. Are we still in Rift? Yes, that is correct. Orbit, why are we still in Rift if the test is over? It appears that a diode was installed incorrectly, and engines have been locked at full throttle. Fuck, Sam said. Orbit, how long have we been in Rift? 4 hours, 10 minutes, and 23 seconds. Why hasn't anyone fixed it? The engineering team should have gotten it corrected by now. Cascade failures around the engine are currently leaking lethal amounts of radiation throughout the ship. What? Cascade failures around the engine are currently leaking lethal amounts of radiation throughout the ship. I got that. Put me through to the captain. The captain is dead. Put me through to Commander Carter, then. Commander Carter is dead. Shit. Okay, get me anyone. For the last 4 hours, 9 minutes and 10 seconds, you have been the only crew on board. Sam's arm fidgeted at that. He was alone, on a starship, careening through space, and the only safe space was in the suit he was wearing. He looked at his spatial air reserve. He had 3 hours left. Orbit, will the engine power down on its own anytime soon? The power core will run out of power in approximately 42 years, 3 months, 4 hours, and 32 minutes. Okay. Sam paced back and forth. He shut the hangar door, blocking out the light, pacing in thought. Orbit, how can I stop the engine? To stop the engine, you would have to break the holding circuit, locking it in throttle. How do I break the circuit? I cannot advise that course of action. Why not Orbit? All methods currently available on ship to break the circuit would cause lethal damage to you, sir. Orbit, I have 3 hours of air left. Do you understand? You will run out of air or be exposed to lethal radiation at the end of that time period. Correct. Do you have any ideas how I can survive? Highest survival probability is to escape the ship, sir. Sam stopped pacing. He hit the button and opened the hangar doors back open. The multitude of colors streamed into the bay once more. He stared at the wall of light that marked rift space. Pinks, blues, purples, blacks, bright white, and hues the mind wasn't built to comprehend washed over the shuttles. Are the crew rations irradiated? Sam asked. Negative. The containers are protectively sealed, Orbit replied. Sam got to work. First, he went back into the airlock and rolled every spatial air reservoir over to Bethany. He then went into the ship. Cooked crewmen lined the corridor. Sam averted his eyes from the sight, focused on task at hand. He returned to the bay with a cart full of rations and water bottles. He checked his reservoir. 2 hours left. He loaded the supplies into the shuttle, and then went back for more rations. He grabbed an emergency kit, repair kit, his father's fragger, and print deck. He loaded the craft and then shut the shuttle door behind him. Orbit, I want you to download your main code and encyclopedia into the Bethany. Done. Good, okay. Any idea on how to exit Rift in a shuttle? No, sir. Sam sighed. You said escaping the ship is how I can live. Am I wrong in thinking of using the shuttle? You are correct, sir. However, the probability of survival is under 5%. Sam sat in the pilot seat and started up the Bethany. She hovered in the bay, facing out toward the wall of light. Orbit, give me optimal trajectories. Calculating. A flight path appeared on the HUD. Sam eased the shuttle out of the hangar. It hung in open void beside the Corvette-class Calistode. The Bethany edged away from the hull of the ship. Slowly it dropped back along the length of the Starship, nearing the edge of the rift bubble. Orbit, proceed with powering up the light shields. Light shields at maximum power, sir. Here we go. Sam edged into the wall of light. Tiers of black and red ruptured around the Bethany. The left wing was ripped off violently, it being caught in the rift as the shuttle was thrown back into normal space. The lights disappeared, and blackness returned to the HUD. White dots of stars shooting across the display as the Bethany tumbled off axis through space. Sam toggled thrusters and stabilized the ship. Status, he asked. Left wing lost. Main battery core ruptured. Backup operational. Radiation currently being drawn out. Cabin ready for pressurization. Sam walked into the cargo hold and rolled a spatial reservoir over to the cabin air terminal. He linked it up and hit the catalyzer. Earth-standard atmosphere filled the cabin. Pressurization complete. Sam unhooked his helmet and took a breath. He opened a ration pack and took a bite of meat stick. Well, this sucks. Sam woke up in the pilot's chair. With a yawn and a stretch, he got up and went back to the rations. He popped open a bag of Cheerios and poured in some milk. He was crunching a mouthful when he returned to the bridge and asked, Orbit, any progress? Yes, sir. He sighed. And what is that progress? We are approximately 11 billion light-years into the Camelopardalis constellation. No system within jump capability of the power reserve currently available. Well, shit. I'm a die adrift. Sam took another bite. Do you have any ideas on how I can survive? Yes, sir. I do. Stupid computer. He waited a moment. What is the idea? Signal from unknown species within our jump range. It appears to be originating from a free-floating structure in empty space. Sam sat up. Is it the only thing out here? Can you tell if it's a threat? It is the only potential jump location of note. Threat level is unknown. Plot the jump. The coordinates appeared on the HUD. Sam strapped into the seat and activated the jump drive. The star-scattered darkness of space skipped. Lights and flashes stuttered across the display window. The stars appeared again, with a black void in the sky ahead of them. Several lights blinked around the void, outlining the structure. Attempt contact! Contact hail initiated. After a moment, orbit continued. Language handshake confirm. There is a message, sir. Go on. Station decommissioned. All personnel are to vacate premises. Does it have any life support capabilities? Yes, sir. There anyone alive over there? No life forms detected, sir. Any threats if we go in? Weapon platforms have been stripped. The station does not appear to be a threat. Sam steered the Bethany closer. Lights around a circular bay door lit up. The large metal doors uneclipsed, allowing entrance. Sam took her into the hangar and landed. The doors eclipsed back shut behind him, reverberating through the metal and into the shuttle. He got up and slipped back into his suit. He checked pressure and confirmed an 8-hour air supply. He then strapped his father's fragger to his hip and opened up the cargo door. He exited onto the textured platform. The room appeared to funnel to a door that was low enough he would have to crouch through. He stopped at the door, looking for a way to open it. Orbit, you able to access any controls for this door? Attempting. A yellow hologram half his size appeared before him. It looked like a stick insect with clothes with approximately 10 appendages. It walked on 4 legs, and 6 arms were waving motions at him, each arm ending in 2 scissor-like fingers. It is saying that the station is decommissioned, and that all personnel are to vacate. Ask it about non-personnel. The hologram stopped moving and lowered its arms. The door opened. It has no orders for non-personnel. Access level is undetermined and has reverted to open-door protocol. Sam nodded at the hologram and ducked inside. The door shut behind him, and an orange light flickered on. Air began filling the lock, and then the opposite door opened. Sam ducked through it and into a large circular room with a high ceiling. Orbit, Are you able to determine the air composition? Yes, sir. It is approximately 37% oxygen. The rest is a mix of inert gases. Should be safe to breathe. Sam popped open his helmet shield and smelled the air. A metal scent ringed with a hint of mint. Smells weird, but oddly pleasant. He looked around the room. You able to access a map of this place? Yes, sir, it has been made available to me, Orbit replied. Sam sighed. Can you send it to my arm HUD? A moment later, the map appeared on his arm display. The structure had a large tube in the center, and around it layers of spheres were concentrically built. Most of the structure was marked red, indicating hull breaches. The room he was in connected to 4 hallways, each splitting off like branches to node-like rooms. Got it. Any idea which way to control? The corridor on your left. Then take the branches left, right, and you will arrive there. Sam walked down the misty corridor. The humidity had gotten thicker in the halls. The fog-covered floor squished underfoot. The small door opened and he bent low and entered into the control room. Thousands of displays covered the ceiling and lit up multiple views of the station upon his entrance. The yellow hologram stick bug reappeared. Its arms began waving at him again, attempting to communicate. What's it saying, Orbit? It is telling you that you are not allowed in this room. Threat level? No threat, sir. Any idea what this place was used for? The words are not one for one, but I can approximate that this was a space lane patrol outpost. Why was it decommissioned? Unknown, sir. It appears the owners did not keep the historical records. Orbit, I want you to boot into their system. Give me full access. The yellow hologram tilted the eye stalks on the tip of its head. The hologram shifted and was then replaced by a purple human boy in prep school attire. You have been designated operator, sir. Sam went over to a console in the center of the room. Instead of buttons, it had slots for their fingers to be inserted. Sam tried to press the holes, but nothing happened. Orbit, can you send the control capability to my arm HUD? He waited a moment, and his arm display lit up with controls. At first it was written in a language that looked like the creature's arms in flag display motions. Then the language shifted into English. Thank you, Orbit. Sam looked over the systems and highlighted life support. It showed a steady pressure and levels. Life support seems stable? Yes, sir. It has been operating continuously for over 4,000 years, sir. Only fluctuations have been when rooms have ruptured, and those were sealed off immediately. I thought they didn't have any records. Correct. They have no historical records available. Whatever. He highlighted the communications array. It came up as red. Long-range communications are missing, correct? That is correct, sir. The Bethany's distress beacon is still active? That is correct, sir. Then I guess we wait here, then. Sam looked over the map at the rooms. In the heart of an area that had active life support, he saw a room off of a main hall. What is that room? Senior members' quarters. He tilted his head back and shut his eyes. No place like home.